Myself N.K. Thukral from Edupedia World. Today I will be talking on insurance, which comes under business services. Insurance is a kind of services provided to the business enterprises. What exactly insurance is? Before coming to the insurance, let me brief you about the Indian insurance sector. It is a well-known fact that Indian economy has been amongst the fastest growing economies of the world. It is triggered by better performances of all the three sectors, that is agriculture, industry and services. With an increase in manufacturing and service sector activities, a direct proportional higher insurance penetration is the need of the hour. So, insurance sector is as important as any other sector. Students, life is full of uncertainties. The chances of occurrence of an event causing losses are quite uncertain. Nobody knows what happens tomorrow, or while traveling you do not know what is going to happen and having losses to you. There are risks of death and disability for human life, fire and burglary risk for property, perils of the sea for shipment of goods and so on. So insurance is as important as any other kind of services. If any of these takes place, the individuals and our organizations may suffer a great loss, sometimes beyond their capacities to bear the same. Keeping this in mind, people facing common risks come together and make small contribution to a common fund, which helps to spread the loss caused to an individual by a particular risk over a number of persons who are exposed to it. So insurance is thus a device by which the loss likely to be caused by an uncertain event is spread over a number of persons who are exposed to it and who prepare to insure themselves against such an event. So this is what insurance is. Now let us see what exactly is insurance. Insurance is a contract between two parties whereby one party agrees to indemnify the loss suffered by other party for a consideration of some money, which is known as premium. The party which promises to indemnify the loss is called insurer. The persons or the property subject to risk against which the insurance is provided is called the insured, that is insured property, and the agreement providing for insurance is called an insurance policy. So these are the three important things. Number one is insurer, third is insured, second is insured, and third is insurance policy. It is not possible to make huge investment in factory building or equipments unless they are insured. Insurance is a device by which the loss likely to be caused by an uncertain event is spread over a number of persons who are exposed to it. Insurance, therefore, is a form of risk management primarily used to safeguard against the risk of potential financial loss. Ideally, insurance is defined as the equitable transfer of the risk of a potential loss from one entity to another in exchange for a reasonable fee, that is a premium. Insurance company, therefore, is an association, corporation or an organization engaged in the business of paying all legitimate claims that may arise in exchange for a fee that is known as premium. This is what insurance is. Now students, let's see what are the functions of insurance. Number one function is providing certainty. As you can see in the slide, certainty. That means insurance cannot remove the uncertainty involved in the business. However, it provides certainty of payment for the risk of loss. The insurer charges premium for providing the certainty. That means surety. For that, it is charge is there, that is called premium. Another function is protection. Insurance cannot stop the happening of a risk, that is sure. However, it gives protection against the risk of a probable loss that may arise due to happening of an uncertain event like fire, theft, natural calamities, etc. Another function of insurance is sharing of risk. Insurance is an arrangement in which large number of people who are exposed to same risk contribute to a fund in the form of premium, which is maintained by the insurance company who does the insurance. The premium paid by all of them is pooled, and in case of loss to any person, the compensation is paid to him out of such fund. Thus, by insurance, risk is shared by a large number of people. This is the function of insurance. Another is capital formation, that is assistance in capital formation. The funds collected by the insurance company in the form of premium are invested by them in various income generating schemes. It leads to capital formation in the economy. Now let's go ahead and see what are the principles of insurance. Basically, what is required by the insurance company and what is to be provided by the insurer. Number one principle is utmost good faith. Good faith is a very important principle of insurance. If you have good faith, under good faith, you need to disclose all the facts to the insurance company, and accordingly insurance company take the action and provide terms and conditions which need to be accepted by the insurer. Here both the parties, means one is insurance company, another is person against for whom, in favor of whom the policy is taken. So these two parties, the insurer and the insured, should display good faith towards each other in regard to the contract. It is obligatory on the part of the insured to disclose all material facts about the subject which needs to be insured. In case of failure to disclose any material fact, the contract of insurance is voidable at the option of the insurer. This is what the principle of insurance is. Similarly, the insurer must also clear all the terms and conditions in the insurance contract. So both the parties need to disclose all the things which required. Let us take an example. Suppose Ramesh took a life insurance policy from LIC. However, while taking the policy, he did not disclose about his heart disease. Later on, he died because of heart attack. Now, LIC is not liable to pay the compensation as a material fact was hidden by Ramesh. So, insurance stands on the footing of utmost good faith. Another is insurable interest. The insured must have an insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance. Insurable interest means some pecuniary or economic interest in the subject matter of insurance contract. A person is said to have an insurable interest in the property if he will be adversely affected by its destruction. The insured must either own a part or whole of the subject matter of insurance, or he must be in such a position that injury to it would affect him adversely. For example, a trustee holding property on behalf of others has an insurable interest in the property. That is what insurable interest is. Another principle is indemnity. The term indemnity means security against loss. The purpose of this principle is to put the insured in the event of loss in the same position that he occupied immediately before the happening of the event. It means the insured is entitled to recover the extent of the loss suffered by him up to the limit of the amount covered by the policy. The insured is not allowed to make any profit on the happening of an event. The compensation payable and the loss suffered are to be measured in terms of money. So all insurance contracts of fire or marine insurance or contract of indemnity. For example, if a person has insured his house against fire for rupees 1,50,000 and he suffers a loss of rupees 1 lakh, then insurer will pay him only 1 lakh, not 1,50,000. The principle of insurance is to indemnify the person, the property, not any profit. So it must be noted that principle of indemnity is not applicable to life insurance, as loss arising or death of the insured cannot be measured in terms of money. Another principle of insurance is proximate cause. What is this? Causes of losses may be of two kinds: insured perils and uninsured perils. According to this principle, the insurer is liable for the loss only when such loss is proximately caused by the perils which are stated in the policy. So the terms of the policy is clear to the person in favor of whom the insurance is being taken. that he must understand what is a proximity loss is. When a loss occurs due to two or more causes, then proximate cause is the one which is the most dominant and most effective cause. Insurer is not liable for any uninsured causes or perils. For example, if a person took a marine policy to protect his goods from peril of sea, on the way the goods were spoiled by rats. In such case, no compensation will be given, as loss caused due to rats is a remote cause and not the proximate cause. So, proximate cause is one of the fundamental principles of insurance. Another is subrogation. According to this principle, the insurer gets all the rights against the third party with respect to the subject matter insured after compensating the loss of the insured. For example, if an insured car has been stolen, then the insurer will compensate the loss as the car was covered by the insurance. However, if the car is recovered later, then the insurer will have all the rights on that car, not the person to whom the car belongs. This is because the insured should not be allowed to make any profit by selling the lost car being recovered. So it must be noted that principle of subrogation applies to all insurance contracts which are contracts of indemnity. Another principle is contribution. According to this principle, insurer who has paid the claim amount under an insurance policy has the right to recover the proportionate contribution from the other insurer. Here the insured can take more than one policy on the same property. In case there is a loss on such property, then the insured has no right to recover more than the full amount of his actual loss. So this must be remembered that insured has no right to recover more than the actual loss. If he recovers the full amount of this actual loss from one insurer, he will cease to have any right to obtain further payment from the other insurer. So that is what principle of contribution is. Another is mitigation. According to this principle, it is the duty of the insured to take reasonable steps to minimize the loss or damage to the insured property. This principle aims at making sure that the insured behaves as a prudent person and does not become careless after taking a policy to cover any risk. Suppose if you are driving a car, you must take all the proper principles how to drive a car, and as a prudent person, the car is yours. You cannot just zigzag way and cause the loss to the insurance company. It is not the purpose. The purpose is of mitigation. You should try as a prudent person to take reasonable care. So this is what the principle of mitigation is. So students, these are the principle of insurance. Next, let us see what are types of insurance. What are the kind of insurances? As you can see in the slide, type of insurance. Number 1 is life insurance. Number 2 is health insurance. Number 3 is fire insurance. Number 4 is marine insurance. Now what is life insurance? What is health insurance? What is fire insurance? And what is marine insurance? Let me brief you one by one. What is life insurance? Life of all individuals is uncertain, as it is always exposed to some kind of risk. There may be a risk of dying too early or dying too late. As a result, there is a need for life insurance policy to provide financial support to the family in case of death or during old age. So, life insurance contract is a contract under which the insurer agrees to pay a specified amount on the death of the assured or on the expiry of a certain fixed period, whichever is earlier. Another type of insurance is health insurance. Health insurance policy is a contract between an insurer and an individual or a group, in which the insurer agrees to provide specified health insurance at an agreed premium. What is the nature of protection under health insurance? Health insurance is taken as a safeguard against rising medical costs. It provides risk coverage against unforeseen health expenditure that may result in financial hardship. As you must have heard as a premium that number of insurance companies nowadays are working on health insurances. That is Mediclaim policy, what you can say there, you must have heard this. So these are under health insurance. Another is fire insurance. Fire insurance is a contract whereby the insurer, in consideration of the premium paid, undertakes to compensate the insured for any loss that may result due to occurrence of fire. A claim for loss by fire must satisfy the two conditions. There must be actual loss and fire must be accidental and not intentional. That is what fire insurance is. Another is marine insurance. What is marine insurance? Marine perils can be collision of ship with a rock, fire, ship attacked by the enemies, etc. These perils cause damage, destruction or disappearance of the ship and cargo and non-payment of freight. So, marine insurance policy is taken. Marine insurance is a contract of insurance under which the insurer undertakes to indemnify the insured in the manner and to the extent thereby agreed against marine losses. So, this is what marine insurance is. So, today we will wind up this session after discussing on type of insurances in brief. In the next session, we will take one by one. So, that's all for the today. Thank you. Bye-bye.